I'm Joe Chili, weekday mornings, 7 to 9 a.m. on Buffalo's oldie station, the Big Weck. With us on the Big Weck's Buffalo on the Rise, Kason Bickle, who is the marketing manager for Reimer Home Services. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. You know, I didn't expect if I get on the horn that I was going to talk to you. I thought I was going to talk to somebody else there. And I was just saying the fact, and I've mentioned this before, you've got more roaming billboards with, your trucks with your name on it all over the place. I see them in Niagara County, Erie County, wherever you might go. So, they must do a good job, and you do a lot of service. So
we sure try.
Yeah, certainly do. One of the other things that you do, and I want to talk about it a little bit more today than we have in the past, are some of the things that you do in the community. It's one thing to be out there and be a service and provide a service. It's another thing to take stock in some of the community things that are going on and to actually, either participate or to give in some way or to promote them. Tell us about some of the things that are coming up.
Yeah, so like you said, we're in the homes all day long. We're serving our community there. We want to service them outside of the homes as well. So some of the things that we sponsor are the Buffalo Marathon, which is actually coming up. They've got the Buffalo Marathon, the Buffalo Expo the day before, and they have a shakeout run the Thursday before. So we'll be there, all of their events.
Those are all in May, I think, right?
Yes,
yeah, okay.
All towards the end of May, Memorial Day weekend.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then we've got the Buffalo Zoo, where we sponsor all things rhino. So if you're looking for something to do in the summer, you've got some kiddos, you don't have some kiddos, it's a great place to be. If you do have kiddos, Explore More is the place to be. We do recently have an exhibit there that showcases the trades so that kids can get excited, invested, and learn what the technician is doing when they come into their home.
Do you get questions about rhino? Why rhino? Where did that come from? Who came up with the idea of rhino?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
And I get it on the horn, but a lot of it, some of the younger people might not remember when we used to say, get so-and-so on the horn, right? But it's worked out really well for you guys. Huh?
Oh yeah, the kids love it. We've got our rhino mascot going around at all of our events. It's a great time.
I think it's great. All right. What about, do you have some sort of a cruise giveaway, something coming up?
We do. So we are giving away a cruise to Bermuda and to Halifax.
Okay.
That is one cruise. It's got 2 people. To enter to win, you can check out our website at callreimer.com or get more information about our membership. So we do services on your AC, your heating, your plumbing, and your electrical.
2 very different places. Halifax, Nova Scotia. I have not been there, but the Citadel is there. There's some great places to look at up there. Mm-hmm. And Bermuda is the other. So you're kind of like at extremes here. But, I get it. I think that's great. Additional partnerships that you have with the community, some of the other things that you do to kind of support the Buffalo and Western New York community.
We're also at Roswell Park events. We were just at Ice Cycle for them. We do Bald for Bucks. And then upcoming, we have the Ride for Roswell. And then we do various other smaller sponsorships throughout our community, kind of sprinkled across different organizations and different efforts.
How did you get involved in, with Reimer itself, in the marketing side of it? And when you come up with ideas like, the rhino and things like that, is it a brainstorming session?
Oh, 100%. It's very collaborative, everything that we do with the team. When we're selecting organizations to support, like the American Cancer Society, we're asking our employees what's important to them. We're asking our community members, where do they want to see us support?
Really?
Yeah.
So when you're doing this brainstorming, no idea is wrong, right? You can come up with anything you want, as far-fetched as you want, rhino, and people are going to go, oh, come on, a rhino, really. And it works out really well, huh?
It's been working so far.
And you enjoy your job.
I love my job.
Really? How long have you been at it?
I've been at Reimer for just over 2 years.
Really?
Yeah.
And did you go, was it right out of school, or were you,
No, so I went home. I originally grew up in the Finger Lakes, so we also service Rochester and Albany. Very aware of those areas. But I was just looking for a new job. I started out as a community engagement specialist, and there's a lot of growth opportunities within Reimer. I've been growing with them, and I love everything I do.
You can tell. You just come in and you kind of, brighten up the whole room as you come in. Speaking of brightening, and hopefully rain will stop sometime soon, and we won't have the windstorms that we've had, but it's almost air conditioning season. Come on. The past few weeks I've been sleeping with my window open. Because I feel it's a little bit too early to get the air conditioning on. Maybe not. You might disagree with me. But what do people have to do to get ready?
Yeah, so like you said, we're in weird window weather right now. People aren't really thinking about their AC unit. But you don't want to get to a point in summer where it's a really hot summer's day and your AC breaks down. So to avoid that, just call one of our technicians. You can get Reimer on the horn or visit our website at callreimer.com. Have one of our professional technicians come out. They're getting trained on a weekly basis. All of them are getting background checks before they're entering your home. They will take a look at your AC, make sure that it's ready to go for the warm weather, and then if they're there and you need some additional work on your plumbing or electrical, they can help with that as well.
That's great, because I remember having to go outside and look at the AC that was covered during the winter. You know, you take the cover off in the spring and there's either spider webs or cobwebs or whatever all through it. There are leaves, and you think, how did these get under the cover? But, you know, and you've got to have all that checked, right? I mean, get that.
You want it to be clean and running smoothly for the season.
And also, are there things that you should do? Should you get your furnace checked at the end of the season before you get into next season? Are there things you should be looking at then too, do you think?
I'd say there isn't necessarily a best time. You want to check it out before you use it. But yeah, get your furnace checked at least once a year. Same thing with your AC.
Sounds great. I mean, and I'm glad that you're having a good time there, and you certainly communicate that. Do you have Reimer stuffed animals too?
Sometimes.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I just can see my grandkids loving those. All right, for more information and answers to your questions, contact Reimer Home Services by calling 716-217-2217 and online at callreimer.com. And that is www.callreimer.com. Sponsorship and promotional consideration for the preceding segment was provided by Reimer Home Services. And don't forget to join all your favorite personalities, JP, Roger Christian, Bobby O, and me on Buffalo's oldie station, The Big Whack.